Hello students, welcome you all in my class. Today we will discuss one of the important topic of class 7 geography, chapter number 3, our changing earth. Okay, today's topic is work of ice. Okay, in the previous class we have discussed about work of sea wave, and today we will discuss work of ice and what are the landforms which are formed by the action of ice. Students, you know, precipitation in higher altitude usually takes the form of ice, which modifies the landscape slowly over a long period of time. Okay, snowfields are formed when snow accumulates on vast areas of land above the snow line. And what is snow line? A snow line is an altitude above which the ground remains permanently covered in snow. Okay, and when the snow creeps down the slope of mountain due to the action of gravity, it forms a river of ice known as glaciers. Okay, as a glacier moves, it carries rock fragments. Okay, it carries rock fragment as well as gravel with it. A glacier erodes both the bed. Okay, a glacier erodes both the bed at the sides of the valley at the same time, thus forming a U-shaped valley with a flat base and a very steep side. Okay, and in the mountains a glacier carves deep hollow, forming armchair shaped depressions known as corrèe or cirque. Many such features are found in the Scottish and Welsh Highland. Here you can see this is U-shaped glaciated valley. This is corrèe, deep hollow. Okay. Okay. When the ice melts, the basin or hollow is filled with water, forming a lake known as Corrèe Lake or Tarn. First, the Corrèe is found, and then after, when the ice melts, it becomes a lake. This is known as Corrèe Lake, and in many region it is known as Tarn also. When two or more glaciers form corrèes on either side of the same mountain, they ultimately form a pointed peak called pyramidal peak. The example of pyramidal peak is Mountain Matterhorn, and it is found in Switzerland. It is a picture. Okay. See, it is corrèe, and when more than two corrèe is found, it is known as pyramidal peak. A glacier often acts like a plug or a gigantic piece of sandpaper because it erodes the land beneath it. The sand, the gravel, okay, clay, and boulders that it erodes are thereafter carried by the glacier either on its surface within it or dragged along at the bottom. As the temperature increases and the ice melts, the glacier leaves behind or deposits the load it is carrying, okay, on the valley sides and the floor, where it deposits all the loads on the valley sides and the floor. These are known as moraines. What they are known as? These are known as moraines. And after moraines, what happened? When they form large fragments, they are known as till or boulder clay deposits. Okay, when they are large in size, they are known as till or boulder clay. And after formation of moraine, now here you see, sometimes glacier may reach the sea with, without melting. Here it may break up and form floating masses of iceberg. Many icebergs are seen off the Scandinavian coast and in the Arctic Ocean, you can see. Okay, if the U-shaped valleys of glaciers extend down to the sea level, they may be occupied by the sea forming fjords. Fjord is also an important glacial landform, okay, as along the Norwegian coast. There you will find this. Okay, so these were some of the glacial landform which are found by the action of ice. Okay, and you the today's homework is this. You people just go through the chapter and find out some of the pyramidal peak, or you can say pyramidal peak apart from that I've mentioned, found in the world. Name some pyramidal peak which is found in the world. You can find and name some glaciers, one of important glaciers found in the world. Try to find out the names, and this will be the homework. Okay, and rest, go through the chapter, read it. Okay, this much for today. Only in the next class we will discuss about work of wind. Till then, bye and take care.